A very good morning, students. As we have completed the menstrual cycle, and now we will discuss about the structure of ovum. As we know that the ovum, it is also called oocyte, which is non-motile female gamete, and the ovum, which is about 100 micrometer in diameter, is covered by a membrane called plasma lemma. Ovum has two covering, a non-cellular zona pellucida and a multicellular corona radiata. Zona pellucida is a thick glycoprotein rich covering which is secreted by the secondary oocyte and inner follicle cell, whereas corona radiata is a part of granulosa cell which remain around the ovum at the time of ovulation. We have talked about if the fertilization doesn't occur, then the menstrual cycle occur. Now, in the case of fertilization, means in a case when a ova fuses with the sperm, then what will happen? Then in that case, the sperm which contains many hormone and called as semen is transferred by the penis to the vagina of a female during copulation, or you can say that coitus, and this process is called insemination. If the spermatozoa moves through the cervix and enter the uterus and it reach the ampullary isthmic junction of fallopian tube, then only the fertilization will take place. Otherwise, there will be no fertilization. Means for fertilizing the ova, the sperm has to move toward the isthmus ampullary region, which is a part of fallopian tube. Fertilization take place only if ovum released by the ovaries and the sperms are transported simultaneously to the ampullary region, ampullary isthmic region. Clear? During fertilization, a sperm comes in a contact with zona pellucida and corona radiata layer, which covers the oocyte. Now, when the sperm come in a contact with the surface of egg covering, then an acrosome release its hydrolytic enzyme, and that is called sperm lysine, which is called acrosomal reaction. Means when the egg come in a contact with sperm, then a sperm release an hydrolytic enzyme so that the covering of that egg will be just penetrated and a sperm can penetrate the ova. Then after the sperm come in a contact with zona pellucida layer of ovum, first it will come in a contact with corona radiata, then it will come in a contact with zona pellucida layer. Then several changes occur. What will be the changes that occur in the ova? First of all, the zona pellucida will prepare a layer around it so that other sperm cannot fertilize the same ova. Clear? It means zona pellucida will ensure that only one sperm fertilized an ova, that is one sperm fertilized and one ovum. After acrosomal reaction, means when sperm penetrate the egg, then the secretion of acrosome help the sperm to enter the cytoplasm of ova through zona pellucida and then to the plasma membrane. Afterward the fertilization will occur, and as you remember, the mitotic division which was left there, I have told in the previous video, will complete, and as a result we will get the secondary oocyte, haploid ovum and a small polar body. This will occur before fertilization. Now, the haploid nucleus of sperm and the haploid nucleus of ova fuses together to form a diploid zygote. After fusion, male and female gamete After fusion of male and female gamete, the zygote would carry either XX chromosome or XY chromosome depending upon whether the sperm carrying X or Y fertilize the ova. This will be more clear to you all when you will study genetics. Once the fertilization is completed, then the implantation of that zygote will occur in the uterus, which occur in a following step. The first step is cleavage. What is cleavage? As we have discussed in the first video, it is a repeated rhythmic division of fertilized egg. Means when the egg divide by the mitotic division, where the growth of the egg will be absent. It means the embryo or the zygote will remain same in size, but only the division will occur within that. Means one cell divide into two cell to four to six to 8, 4 to 8, 8 to 16 to 32, and so on. The cell from 8 to 16 cell division, that is called morula. When the embryo consists 8 to 16 cell within it, then that cell is called morula, which slowly descends into the uterus within 4 to 6 days. Afterward, 8 cell or 16 cell will go repeated division and form 32, 64 cell, so on. After morula, when it will contain more and more cell like 32, 64 and so on, then that cell is called blastula. Why they are called blastula? Because they consist more than 16 cell within it. It means morula divides to form blastula, zygote divides to form embryo divides to form morula divides to form blastula, and from blastula only the arrangement will occur. Means the cells which are present within the morula, or we can say that embryo, that is called blastomeres, and that blastomere arranged into an outer layer and form the trophoblast, whereas the inner cell will form inner cell mass, which consists stem cell, and stem cell have a capacity to develop all type of tissues and organs. After a certain time, trophoblast layer will attach to the endometrium wall, and the inner cell mass get differentiated as an embryo. After formation of trophoblast, the embedding of blastocyst will occur into the endometrium wall of uterus, and this process is called implantation. That is embedding of zygote, or you can say blastocyst, which have large amount of cells within it, into the wall of endometrium. This is called implantation. Implantation is a step which is start after the pregnancy has been achieved. After this process, many changes occur during pregnancy, such as formation of chronic villi, placenta, releasing of relaxin hormones, increasing of size of breast, increase of level of hormones like estrogen, progesterone, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. About several changes we will learn in a pregnancy and embryonic development. Afterward, we will learn about parturition and lactation. A very good morning, students.